Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for always coming in, watching, liking the video. I really appreciate it. It means a lot today. It means a lot to me. On this day, it was my birthday on the 17th of September, and everything that I'm going to use on this video, it's the footage. I try to give you guys the footage of the ingredients that I bought, except for the beef. So but I don't know, fate had its own mind, and I found out that there was no footage there. Funny enough, when I was doing my voiceover, it was there. And you know what, I don't know what happened on that day, honestly speaking. So there was a bread that I bought. Some of it I'm going to use it for my mini burgers. Yes, and these are the French loaves. I bought French loaves instead of the rustic loaf, because I'm going to put this in an oven with a little bit of oil. So I decided to go with the French loaf, because even when you put it in an oven, it doesn't get too dry. So today we are going to be making canapes, or should I call them finger foods? I don't know, any way that you call them. I am going to make those today. They are bread based. Remember, you can make any type of canapes, including puff pastry. You can use puff pastry. There's so many ways that you can use it, but I always lean towards the bread base. I don't know why, but I always lean towards that. Maybe because bread is not that expensive. So these are the French loaves that I just sliced, and I'm adding that jalapeno oil that I made the other day. I'm just going to slightly brush both sides with that oil, and I'm going to put in an oven. They should not get burnt. I had a tray that got burnt. My heart was broken because I got carried away with preparing other stuff. So pay attention to them, and if you need to turn them. My oven requires me to turn them, so that's what I'm going to do. The reason I decided to make canapes at home, I think if you listened to the entire video, the previous one, I did mention that we were kind of tight on budget, so I decided that I was going to celebrate at home. Anything that involves me being at home, I will always appreciate, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate going out. I also do appreciate going out, but I don't like going out when we are tight budget, or when we are on tight budget. I don't like that. There's really me and money, our relationship, it's not, so I just sliced ciabatta. I actually sliced two of them. I bought two of them. They were each going for 14 rand at RCL Foods in Kempton Park. I did see a lot of people talking about that, where they say they sell most of the things that you get at Woolies. But I'm going to say this honestly and say, some of the plugs, guys, they work, some they do not work. If you do not live around, or if you're not gonna go to the side of that place, please don't go. Don't go, because it's not, the stock there is not guaranteed. So I also sliced rye bread there. I bought two rye bread. The other one was sliced, the other one is not sliced, so I sliced the rye bread as well. And then I just sliced cucumber, and I'm going to slice my mint. I'm actually going to cube it, because I'm going to use it with the cucumbers. So as I was telling you guys, the some of the plugs, they only make sense if you can get to them and you are close to the place, not to drive to that, because people will mislead you and say, Woolworths, cake, sky, what. Yeah, you will find Woolies things there, but they don't always have stock, because I actually went there for the cake. I wanted to buy at least two, and I knew that if I go to the store, it's gonna hit me. So I wanted to buy two, but they were none. So instead, we bought a Swiss roll, which was okay. Caramel, cream and caramel, vanilla and caramel Swiss roll. It was delicious. So I'm not complaining. So on this platter, I'm using cucumber. I cubed my meat, mozzarella balls, and tomato on top. So I chose to make my meat medium rare. I I feel like it looks better because you can work with it better compared to when it's well cooked. But you don't have to make yours medium rare. You can make yours well done, or medium to well done, whichever way you like them, but I like mine this way. So I did not season any of this. I did not season my tomato, I did not season my cucumber, and I did not season, or the beef was seasoned a little bit. There I was showing my husband the kind of slices that I wanted him to make for me while I was doing this one. So I was just showing him, Abu Baba don't have the patience of doing other things. So I was just simply showing him how I want it. How I want him to slice it for me. I was saying the reason I did not season the cucumber and the tomato is because anything that you season will releases the juice even more, So I didn't put salt on any of them, but we will sprinkle, or we will drizzle a little bit of um oh, this they just ran away from balsamic vinegar and a bit of salt when you are eating on your plate, not on the platter, because otherwise it will be a messy platter. So it's as simple as that, guys. It's cucumber, beef cubes, mozzarella balls, and tomatoes. I cut them in half. These were romana, hey, baby tomatoes, but sorry, there are those ones that are long, they're slightly long. I used those ones. So but I cut them in half. You know what I mean? Yeah. So here I was slicing sausages, and the other day I was telling you guys that, guys, if you live close to macro, at least the ones that I know, the one that I buy from, okay, let me finish this. If you live close to macro, please get your sausages from macro. You will never ever regret it. Ever regret it. The one that I shop at oh, am I even supposed to say this? But yeah, I go to Woodmead macro, but on Saturday, because we were running late, my appointment was taking forever. My husband decided to quickly rush to Centurion macro, and they tasted absolutely the same, and I was very happy with that, because I was skeptical. I thought that maybe they will not taste the same as the one that I normally buy at Woodmeat, but they are delicious. With this one, they got the recipe right, like just perfect. And this one, it's cucumbers, it's radish. I'm slicing the radish, and then I'm going to add the sausage slices on top. We already had breakfast. For breakfast, we had sausage and croissant. Listen, it was a quick breakfast. Yeah. And we had a slice of Swiss roll, kind of like in place for the cake. So I did not complicate this at all. And I added the baby tomatoes as well, and the blueberries. If you realize what I was doing here, first I was putting the tomatoes on the I was putting the tomatoes and the blueberry on top, but I realized that the blueberries leaves the mark. So the next on the other one that I was making, I added blueberries first, like put them in a toothpick, push them back, and added other things so that the top of the toothpick did not change color, because I did not like how this looked. It was not nice at all. So this is my chia butter. It was no, this is rye bread. I apologize. This is rye bread, the one that I sliced. This is the one. And the reason I'm using rye bread for these sandwiches, it's because it holds the shape. It holds the shape. The white bread that we are used to, it kind of like, it gets soggy, it moves, it does, funny things. So the rye bread, it like holds things well, and it looks absolutely good. So white bread, it's not gonna work with this one, or brown bread, the one that we normally eat, it's not going to work. So if you want to make these sandwiches or sandwiches, please use rye bread. It's gonna hold the shape really well. And these offcuts, we are still eating them. Even now, they are snacks. Just because I'm doing this to make things pretty doesn't mean they're going to be thrown. That's why I'm putting them in a container. We've been snacking on all the offcuts, and some of them I'm going to make the croutons from them. I will not be throwing anything. I'm just making things look pretty, but I will not be throwing away anything. So instead of buying what do we call coriander? Is it coriander, or it's parsley and what, guys? I did the other herb. Is it coriander, or I forgot. It's not it's not. I don't like basil on my sandwiches, so I used baby spinach instead. But there's this other one. What is it, man? Is it coriander? I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, I should be using the leaves for that. But I decided not to. I decided to go with the baby spinach leaves, and I think it looks good. And another thing, you don't have to use tomatoes as your garnish on all of your canapes. I did that because like I said, I was on a tight budget. I could not afford to buy cherries. I could not afford to buy the grapes, like the raspberry. Like, I didn't want to overspend, so I used things that were not really that expensive. So the cheese that we cut in cubes, it's Gouda and mozzarella. I bought those 4 cheese from Food Lovers, yes. And then on top I added red and green pepper and pineapple, and I did the blueberries. As you can see, the blueberries, the toothpick on this one was clean, because I added I added the cheese. I made the cheese. I put the cheese first, and then I put the peppers on top, and then I put on the toothpick. I put the blueberries, push them at the back, and then added the the pineapple, and then I put on top. So the top of the toothpick, yo. So the top of the toothpick was clean. It remained clean. And I'm not trying to make this perfect. But obviously, if you want to impress, everything of yours should be of equal sizes. Your cheese should be of equal sizes. Your tomatoes should be of equal sizes. You need to use a ruler for these things. I'm not going to do that. I'm not trying to impress. I'm trying to feed us and for us to have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. And here I am shaving cucumber, and I put on top of the paper towel, and I added another paper towel on top, and I'm adding another paper towel so that the paper towel can absorb all the liquid that is on the cucumber. And once more, no salt. Salt, you will put it when you are eating. Do not put salt because it will drip. It will drip. I'm sorry, my camera was not positioned well here. These are the slices of the French loaf that we made earlier on, and they are ready from the oven. They cooled off a little bit, and I added cream cheese. I spread cream cheese on top, and then lettuce, and then the slices that my husband was slicing for me, and then I did the cucumber shavings, and then I did the strawberry quarters on top, so that's what I did. The cream cheese, it was herbs and onion, or onion and something. The flavor, I just asked Theo to add chives, to cut chives into, and a little bit of aromat into the top. It already had an onion flavor, so that was my spread for the day. And then I also asked him to do the mayonnaise with parsley and chives, and added a little bit of aromat there. There was also another spread for me for the day. Like I said, you see, my strawberries are not facing same, what do I call, they are not facing same direction. I get, but that's okay. But if you want to do, or if you want to impress, make sure that they are placed like correctly and facing the same direction, so that your things can look somehow neat and proper. I'm not going to do that. I will not do that. Miss Thing is here. She has been spoiled today. She's been nibbling the entire day, and she was doing the entire time, wanting something. She was full on this day. There was the time I said no, not, it's too much now. So on this one is still the French loaf slices, the lettuce, and then we used biltong on this one, wet sliced biltong. And I asked Theo to do it for me the same way, and you're going to add a shaved cucumber on top, strawberry. He decided to add tomatoes on top as well, but it's okay. It was okay, but it didn't make any difference, but it looked good. And then the other one that I did not show you guys is that I still used because battery, electricity, space was giving me hell on this day. So I did the French loaves as well, the French loaf slices as well. and I added Theo made salsa on the side, normal salsa. I'll tell you how he made it. And then on the French loaves slices, the other one, we added that salsa because there was already the jalapenos oil on top. We added salsa and we added sliced sausages, but kind of long, like diagonal long, so that it can be almost the size of the loaf here. And then put a tomato. Was it tomato on top? I think so. Yeah. And then we also did the same with the other ciabatta. The other ciabatta, the ciabatta were also put in the oven, like the French loaf. And then I put the salsa on top and slices of meat. Those are the ones that I could not take a video of because either the battery was flat or the space, like I said to you guys last time, my other phone, it fell. So I do have a mini crisis, but I will never let it get me down. So that's why my things are like all over the place. But if you've been here, you know me, I always wing things. I will not stop because one thing is not working. No, we will continue. And I'm not going to cry or stop or whatever. We will make do with what we have. You know, last time I did this, I think it was during COVID. That was for my husband. I think it was in 2020 or 2021. 2021. Was it 2020 or 2020? 2021, I think. And I was like, yo, next time when I do this, I will have platters, like it's the same, maybe 6 huge platters that I can use, or that looks the same. Goopy. Way, please, way. And I haven't even thought about buying platters in I've been wanting to. The only thing that has been ringing in my head is to get more white bowls. Sorry guys, more white bowls. I haven't even thought about platters. So this time around I was like kicking myself, like, why did I not get them? But that's okay. So this is the mayo that I was telling you guys. And I was spreading it on the bread that I sliced at the beginning of the video. I toasted it. I put it in a toaster. Now, I was trying to rob the system here. I thought I will put it here, and then I will take my cookie cutter or scones cutter and cut it, the same circle. I could have done that with my other cutters, but I don't think they're strong enough. So I had to take the patties out and cut the circles that is the same, almost the same size as the patties, and then put the patties on. The patties I bought, it was part of the mini grocery haul that I tried to do for you guys yesterday, and I bought them from Food Lovers. Yes, I bought them from Food Lovers, and I think they were 40 something rand. It's cheeseburgers. So beef salami is very scarce. So when I found it at Food Lovers, I was very, 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 very happy. So this is some of the ciabattas that also went into the oven. Some had the jalapeno oil, some had plain oil. So here I just spread cream cheese on top. No, this was mayo actually. I spread cream cheese and mayo differently, guys. I improvised. I think everything was starting to finish now. So it's on the first row, it's salami, it's beef salami. And then I added cucumber, strawberry, and then I add on the other one is beef pastrami, cucumber. No, it's ciabatta, lettuce, beef pastrami, cucumber, and tomato. Remember, on this one, you can use your cherries, your grapes as the garnish on top so that everything doesn't look red on top. But I was not cooking for other people. I was cooking for me and my family. So that's what I did. And the chicken roll one, it was ciabatta, mayo, lettuce, smoked chicken roll, cucumber, and a cube of pineapple. All of these things, you can make them at home. I'll tell you guys if I remember at the end. Actually, everything that I bought on this, should I disclose though? Everything that I bought on this, including the breads and everything, it cost me 1.5, including the Swiss rolls, the croissant that we had, the sausages, and the drinks. We bought drinks as well, like your tonic, your Coke, and all of that. So that was how much I spent. And this we ate for 3 days, actually, guys. 3 days. That's part of the reason that I was putting my bread into the oven so that it can, it won't go soggy type of a thing. So it wasn't that expensive. So this is the other one, which I put what do you call salsa, the salsa that I told you guys about. It was red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, pineapple, chili flakes, oil, red wine vinegar, and all of those. So the ciabatta that I was telling you guys about is this one with salsa and the beef strips, and this is how everything looks. That's how everything came about, and I'm happy with how everything turned out. Oh, another thing that I did not tell you about, I made rice balls as well because it was so late. It was rice balls I made with radish, salmon, parsley, chives, aromat, and the other one had and radishes. The other one had beef. The other one had salmon. I think this one I will repeat it with you guys one of these days. I used smoked sliced salmon for this one, and the other one I used the beef slices. So that's how everything turned out, guys, and I'm so happy with how everything turned out. You can give it a try at home and see how you like it. And I think everything came out as I envisioned it, and this is way better than me going out. And even if I had guests or if we had guests, this was sufficient for 10 people or more. You can serve 10 people or more and they will be full, they'll be satisfied. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye.